haters, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand, yeah.
Welcome back to the Football Clinic, and we're here to talk about the big game that just passed, which is Chelsea versus Liverpool, and we had Liverpool as the victors. And yeah, we had the man himself, Virgil van Dijk, scoring the goal, and
the captain.
And what are your match reactions to the game?
Well, I came into this game very nervous because of the injuries. I was expecting Salah and Darwin to be part, but then we had just kids. The first 11 wasn't an issue much, but it was more of the bench. Yeah. They're just kids with not much experience, so I wasn't expecting much from them. I was hoping we'll win the game in the first 90 minutes, no extra time, because that's when we'll be required to bring on the kids, and Chelsea has had a better bench or sub than us, as in experience and age-wise.
How about the lineup? The lineup, Chelsea, you think Chelsea lineup was better than yours?
I think the lineup, it was okay.
The lineup?
Yeah, because the lineup we said we had the experience. So I can't say they were kids, even though they were kids in there, but they had the experience. They played like high intensity game and they proved themselves. So I was okay with the first 11. It was the bench I was worried about, and the game wasn't one sided.
In your first 11, there were no kids minus Conor Bradley.
How old is Gravenberg? Gravenberg is 21. That's considered a kid.
He's not a kid.
He's not a kid
Okay, because he's the same age as Enzo and Caicedo.
And what about Elliot? Elliot is also 20.
These guys are players.
That's why I said.
Obama and
that's why I said the first 11. I had no issue with the first 11.
Yeah.
They played the game.
Yeah.
It was the bench I was more worried about, and I was hoping we win the game in the 90 minutes, so that we don't need to depend on the kids to win us the game.
Yeah.
That's my problem. And then the captain won us the game at the 9 minute at the second. Two headers. First one, okay, yeah, it was an offside. I get it. And the game, I think credits to Chelsea. They brought the game. I thought maybe to be more they would defend or Liverpool would be on them, but it was an open game. They had their moment. They could have scored us. Kelleher, magnificent. Man of the match for me would be Van Dijk because of the interception and the winning goal. But all the players did well. I'm so proud.
To the Chelsea guy that say, this deja vu from Abramovich, Carabao Cup.
That Pochettino is going to win his first trophy, and yes.
Pochettino, you see, back in the land, we know with PSG won, but here where it matters the most, he fluffed his lines.
This is like his second final against Klopp, and he's won lost both of them.
Both finals. So what are you feeling? 1 billion
to be one of my kids.
1 billion feelings. How do you feel about this?
To be honest with you, I feel like I can blame individual players. I can blame Cole Palmer for missing a sitter.
Yeah,
that's a sitter in my opinion. You tap it in. I can blame Enzo for not making a simple 5-yard pass for maybe Conor to tap in.
Yeah.
I can blame Conor for having the one that hits the post.
You can't blame him for that.
Yeah, it came in quick.
Yeah.
But I can blame him for the one-on-one.
Yeah.
Props to Kelleher because he read it and came out quickly to narrow the angle. But no individual player for Chelsea, I would say, played terribly, in my opinion. When you look at the full lineup, even Sterling, who went out in the 60th minute, I think he wasn't given the opportunity to play, or he didn't have enough of the ball to show what he could do or can't do.
Yeah.
So I don't blame any single player. My focus squarely is on Poch. He bottled the game.
Okay.
He bottled the game. He bottled the tactics. In my opinion, coming into this team, I know Liverpool are about 20 points better than us in the league.
Yeah.
But coming into this game, the lineups, in my opinion, we had the better team for the first starting lineup. In my opinion, and for him to sit back and wish that we counted them, not that we can't do it. We've shown that against City, right? We've shown that against Spurs. We can do it. But sometimes when you're better than the other team, you force them to find solutions. Right? And I just think his build-up was poor. What he tries to tell them to do or what he tries to teach, for me, I just don't get it. Our strength, honestly, is in the midfield. When we have Enzo, Caicedo, and then you add Cole Palmer tucking in or inverting from the wing.
Yeah.
This is our strength. Play to it. Not trying to go out wide or featuring Jackson a lot. Jackson and Sterling and these guys should be on the end of chances, not
part of the build-up.
Well, Jackson has to be part of the build-up, but less touches, let the people who know how to play the game, who know how to make the game, make it. I put it squarely on Poch. And then the biggest problem I had was there was a moment there where he took off Chilwell and he put on Chalobah, and Malo goes to the left. And this was the second extra time.
Yeah, the second extra.
And basically Liverpool had subbed in about 6 kids, right? And we sat back hoping to go for penalties.
Yeah.
This happened again against City. City were leading 1-0 in the 60-something minutes. He takes Cole Palmer out.
Chelsea was leading.
Yeah, we're leading. He takes Cole Palmer out in the 70-something minutes. We sat back hoping that we get the
pressure.
Against kids who could barely handle the ball in the midfield, right? We had the impetus from the second half all the way to the first half of the extra time. Why give them the advantage in the second half, thinking these are kids? I think his thought process was, these are kids. If we go to penalties,
the pressure is
better for us.
And
we have a very good, excellent goalkeeper for penalties in Petrovic. So he was playing his chances. But this is a cup final. You have nothing to lose. You see, the greatest coaches, right? They go for it. I know maybe you can say Mourinho but Mourinho in finals, he will get you goal.
You win the first, score the first goal, then
Pochettino is too pragmatic when he needs to be forward, and you cannot make an argument for him today when from about 75 minutes we had the better squad. In my opinion, for the full 120 minutes our squad was better. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, you could say Van Dijk is better than our whole defense. You could say this or that. Endo played well. McAllister played well. Individuals.
Yeah.
But if you talk about the full team, we are a better team. So to come out in the first half, play terribly, and then if you can show your class in the second half, that means it's what you were told in the first half. So for me, it's squarely on Poch. For me, I'm Poch out for real. I've been Poch out for a minute now.
So Wissam, do you have any questions for any of the winner or the loser?
I will start with the loser.
Okay.
Okay, I was kind of disappointed because it's maybe like the last trophy and the only one you can get this season.
Nice.
And like, I'm supporting Liverpool, but at some point I was thinking maybe it's better because Liverpool, they still have a lot of trophies to win. But like Chelsea, it was the only hope, but they didn't play well, especially against kids. I was expecting one better. But so I have a question for you first. Do you think the season is over for you guys? 11 in the Premier League already.
I wouldn't say so because if we can make it to the Carabao Cup final, we could make it to the FA Cup final. The thing is, the squad we have, I don't doubt us in any single game. In any single, because even today, minus millimeters and stuff like that, we could have won it still.
True.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about totality. So to answer your question, the season is not categorically done. They still have things to play for. They can still play for Europe.
They can play for the top 4.
They can play for Europe, and then they can play for the FA Cup. I think the FA Cup, you will have to go all in. So
you have no excuse
we
now.
took out Newcastle. We took out Aston Villa. So whoever comes next, we should be able to go to the semi-final easily. And then in the semi-final, it's anybody's game. So the season is not done, but I'm done with
Poch.
I'm done with my coach.
And your question for the winner?
For the winner, let me remember. No, I think, my question is that, do you think the future of Liverpool is secured with those kids?
With those kids,
yes.
With the kids, yes. But I think not all the future on them, but they can play a role going forward. We definitely need more experience in as experience is going out. If we just played without the experience of Van Dijk, without the experience of Kelleher, he has been in and out of the squad, but in cup games he has experience. Without that experience, we could have lost this game because he was controlling the players, he was telling them calm down and all that. So even though we need the young players in the team for the future, we need experience as well, and we need not big names per se, but we need bigger names to come in and guide the young players to gel well and let the team
And this game was also like the opportunity since
exactly injured, so it was the right opportunity for them to come in, and they stepped up.
There
were some few midfield players that the Chelsea were bullying us in the midfield. they're children, so I can't really blame them. It's a cup final, the pressure at Wembley. I'm sure some of them were pissing their pants.
Yeah.
So they did well. Kudos to all the
so in
kids out there.
conclusion, I just love the fact that the ref was actually on more on Chelsea's
side. They won't say Liverpool this time.
So I like the narrative will not be all the refs were all in clubs farewell and all those things. But in totality, Chelsea should have won this game.
Yeah.
But Liverpool came up
with the captain,
with the absolute goal,
Virgil van Dijk.
And would like to thank you, and don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Thank you. We're out.